Artemis. I started Save Our Black Taxis on Facebook and Twitter.
Great.
Hi, I'm Cher Morrissey, and I'm a member of Save Our Black Taxis on Facebook and Twitter.
I'm honoured to have you ladies on board. I have to say thank you very much for agreeing to take part. And would you believe it? What are the chances of that? I've got my Save Taxi t-shirt on.
Fantastic.
Amazing. Who'd have thought it? Anyway, well, as I said, thanks for taking part. Firstly, really, I just want to kind of get a sense of how Save Taxi came about.
Oh, for ages now. I mean, I started this in May, but before that, my hubby's a cabbie. He's been a cabbie for over 10 years.
Best trade in the world.
Yeah, and we basically did the knowledge while we were together. You know, we took a lot of financial cutbacks and made a lot of sacrifices so he could do that, because I thought it would be a job for life. And as you know, being a cabbie yourself, increasingly over this last year or so, the job's just become a living nightmare. He's tired all the time, and it's purely because he's not making the money that he should be, given the hours that he's working.
What sort of hours has he been doing now then?
6, maybe sometimes 7 days a week.
Well,
for less, probably, money. Out of sheer frustration, I decided that I needed some sort of outlet to vent my frustration, because I felt I needed to support my husband. And so I just started a Facebook group just to have an outlet. And
so that was it, when it just started on Facebook?
Went mad from May. I started it and was getting member requests by the hundreds within literally a few days.
No way. So what was the so when you decided to set this up, what were you thinking? What was the goal behind
the unfair regulation, the fact that there are rules and they're not being enforced,
Yeah.
It's just completely unfair what's going on.
I think that's the main gripe, isn't it, really? It's regulations aren't applied even-handedly across the board, are they?
It's absolutely disgusting.
And it definitely feels like, because we're an industry of individuals rather than a company with lots of financial clout all channeled into one area.
And that's the really sad thing. Until I did set up the group and obviously got more and more involved in the trade and finding out how things are, I never realised that how defragmented it is. And it was quite early on that I thought, hang on a minute, we need to unite, even if it's just through family members, the wives or the girlfriends or partners just sort of getting together and just having that kind of community, Have
you had much dialogue with people outside of the cab trade? What sort of feedback have you had from Joe Public?
Very positive. A lot of them have been very keen to sign our petitions, and we've got a lot of members of the public in our group, haven't we?
Yeah, I was going to say, for me, one of the biggest achievements so far is the little achievements where we've managed to change public opinion just one person at a time. I'm constantly, I think you do that a lot easier on Twitter, which is my domain. And I think I have received direct messages back from people who are hardened Uber users, and when they've then been shown where they've had bad experience themselves, and then they get like a really understanding cabbie sort of tweet them saying, oh, that sounds awful, have you contacted the police, or did you know that there's these apps out, blah blah blah. I do get people who have bad experience, they come back and they say, oh, I didn't know anything about, all of the work that black cabbies do for charity, or I didn't know that there was apps, or I had my first ride in a black taxi the other day and I didn't have to give a postcode, they knew exactly where I was going.
Shock horror.
Yeah, so there are, I think a lot of the things that the cabbies don't realise themselves is that there are many victories happening every day.
People like having a cheap t-shirt sometimes, but they don't see the social consequences of the factory collapsing in Bangladesh kind of thing. So
yeah.
So in terms of where you're going and moving forward, I mean, obviously you're just dedicating your time to this for free. Are you raising money to do other stuff as well? Is that?
The money that we've raised up until now has been purely for the 2 protests that we've done. Because obviously we were giving away free t-shirts, we were giving away flags, car stickers.
I actually bought my t-shirt, can I just say that?
Bless you.
Well, the polo shirts were for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've had
We
set
also
other
had
t-shirts,
demo
yeah.
shirts
Right.
that were for free.
So, you know, they cost quite a lot of money, but we thought it was quite important to have those to promote ourselves at the time. We've had a trickle of funds in since, but we've been using we did another purchase of car stickers, we paid for our website, things like posting on that taxi banners. What else have we paid? But we've literally, our time is given completely for nothing.
So what does the future hold? Have you got any stuff that
Charity
big things
walk.
coming up at all?
Yeah, we've got a charity walk on November the 28th.
Right.
We're supporting 2 well-known taxi charities. I don't know if
And where can people sponsor you, from the Facebook page, or is it?
But basically, we're asking people to volunteer to walk with us
Okay.
around the 4 main taxi ranks on November the 28th, as well as selling out safe taxi calendars.
Which arrived
Very
today.
nice. I
Which
think,
arrived
can I just,
today.
am I allowed to say that?
Shares
Taxi
hard
calendar.
work completely. So basically, with these
Is it a bit like the Calendar Girls calendar? Is
No.
that no? Oh, never mind.
So basically, Cher put these calendars together herself.
Brilliant.
We've asked
Should we have a little flip?
businesses, 12 or so businesses, to sponsor a page, which together
Oh.
with some safe taxi money that we had left over from previous collection,
Yeah.
we've purchased 750.
Right. Okay.
So the money that we raise from that will be purely profit, hopefully, to then put into the judicial review action, which is going to be kicking off very soon. So, you know, hopefully we'll raise 7,500. And
So
that'll be
with-
like a nice cash injection for that. So again, you know, we're doing this purely because we want to reinvest that money that we're raising back into the trade.
So as a final sort of message to everyone out there who'll be hopefully watching this, you know, what would you like to say to people as a kind of final
Stronger
thing?
together, that's my motto. That's all I can say. Just stick together and we will win. But we need to stick together to get that.
Brilliant.
Mine is about sharing the information. So if you're not on Twitter or Facebook, if you do want to go on it and you're a bit apprehensive about going on, you know, just know that it's a really good form of communication, and it's a really good way for us to talk to you and tell you what we're doing, and it also brings the cabbies together more, and you need to know, and it lets you know about demonstrations and things that you wouldn't know otherwise. But if you really don't want to be on Twitter or Facebook, then come to our website, which is www.safetaxi.org, and we've got all the information on there if you want to know about useful links, useful groups, other groups that's out there to sort of, you know, let all the cabbies know what's happening as well.
Well, look, can I just say, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you for
This is all
taking
ours.
part.
Oh, thank you.
And yeah, it's been a fascinating conversation. Thanks for watching the Gentleman Cabbie. Click the videos to see more great interviews, and don't forget to subscribe.